Hi everyone. As you may have known in the past, if you follow some of my videos, I've been using a Rab sill tarp on top of this wee Rab Summit bivvy, which has been fine in terms of creating shelter for it because there is no vestibule you can buy for it. But it flaps about in the wind a bit, so what I've decided to do is I bought this Black Diamond vestibule, and I'm going to try, as you can see, or I have tried, I've attached it to the front of the Rab as an alternative, and it seems to work quite well. I'm hoping it'll fit the other tent, which is my Rab base tent, so I'm going to give that one a wee go in a minute. But let's have a wee look at just how much this creates a wee bit of room for cooking and storage. So it's a two-way zip, so you can open from the top or the bottom, and it splits into one half that opens. I'll just secure this back, and then what I've got is a nice wee bit of a wee entrance covered area to store a pack and to cook. So what I've done is I've pegged it down using a few of the existing guys, and it only needs an extra 2 pegs at the moment, one at the front and one pulling the back of the canopy over the top of the fly sheet to hold that in place. So it seems pretty secure. If you look at the back of the vestibule, you'll see there's a plastic buckle which I had attached around the donut tie-in on the event fabric, but I was a wee bit worried about overstressing it, so I've added an extra guy line. It takes the stress off the tent, runs down the back to one extra peg, which I think should work okay. I could possibly just tie it off to either of these pegs on the side, or even these wee guying points here, and I could save one more peg in terms of weight. But I'll stick with this just now because I want it to fit the big tent as well. So it's a wee bit limited on headroom until you get to the ridge point, but the one black alloy pole, a DAC featherlight pole, DAC, and enough room to store a pack. As I say, with this door open I can cook just in here, and there's venting at the top as well, so we could close this off and just have a top vent to let steam out when I'm cooking. So yeah, I think it'll work alright. What I'll do next is I'm going to just see if it can attach to the Rab base tent and see if it will do one job for both, and then I can sell the sill tarp. This one seems to have worked even better. So this is the Rab base tent, the 3-man, or I'd call 2-man luxury tent, and the vestibule looks pretty smart on it. Nice fit. Good head height, plenty of room for rucksack, cooking, probably a couple of rucksacks actually, because it'll be me and my wife in here, and a good seal right round it, so looks really good. So I think about pack to the side, enough room for a stove without burning the roof. Head height here is much better, well above my head this time, so you're probably 6 foot, you'll be fine. And just the same zip setup and everything else, so, and a wee bit of a tighter seal around the side, so less likely to bring in snow and rain to some extent. Well, there's an extra guying point here on both sides, so I can probably stretch it out a bit more. Yeah, I think it looks good. Time to sell the sill tarp. So I think what I'll do just to finish it is cut the zip pullers off it, because they're rubbish and they tinkle about like a Hilleberg, and put some quieter glow in the dark ones on it, and it's pretty much done. So there you go, a wee tent mod for the geeks amongst us, but hopefully of interest to anyone who's got a Rab or looking at fitting something onto a tent that's got no vestibule. So that was the Black Diamond Firstlight vestibule that I've bought from Trek in Spain, 104 quid. I know you can buy a tent for that alone, but hopefully it'll kind of transform the use of both tents, and I'll no longer need a flappy tap.